What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's 8:05 and the Grown Man Clique is live. What's up to everybody? I'm your host, J.I., along with the other colleagues on the set right here to my right tonight. We got on the mic my boy.
Richie Rich is in the motherfucking building, man.
Over here, it's every week. Right next to me is my boy.
Hey, Scott, what up?
On the screen, the gentleman with the busy grizzly bear look and attire, always ready for that grizzly attack, is our boy,
Mr. De'Aaron's Teddy.
And tonight, sitting in live again this week, came with the strength last time, so we brought it back in again. See whoever's going to bring that fire again. My lovely wife, Miss Sheila Brown.
A lot of hardware, Sheila.
Yep, we're going to get into that. So here we go. For, of course, that we always start the night out with our toast. For a good show. So we're going to put them up in the air. Grab whatever you love the most. Then we're going to clink you to a good show. Clink, clink. Drink, drink.
I'm putting my ones up.
Ones all day, son.
Ones up, man.
Ones all day. Ones all day. OTC, baby. OTC.
What's going on, my brother?
Big ears and greetings, peeps from Cleveland, Ohio. You up there with my boy
Bow Wow.
Mark. Big shout out to E3.
Oh, he said he was the prince of the old town.
So, as we do every week when we first start off, we go around the room, see what everybody's been up to since the last time they was in these podcast streets. We're going to start it off tonight with you, Scott. What you been up to since the last time we've been in these streets?
Working hard and hardly working.
Okay.
That's about it.
Cool.
Incognito.
All right. Rich?
Man, I've been doing a lot of like self-reflection in the form of masturbation, but that's about it.
In the form of what?
Don't what you gonna have him repeat it?
Just let y'all know.
Just don't let him do it.
Hey, what's going on, Lito?
What's going on, Anthony? You had good to have you on the GMC tonight.
I can't, damn it.
That was a sleeper one. That was a sleeper one. I like that.
All right. And Grizz, what have you been up to since the last time we've been in these podcast streets together?
Well, basically getting the house together, straightening things up, doing the spring cleaning in the summer. You know what I mean? Just trying to get some shit together. That's about it. And then getting back into this damn addiction that Rich got me back into this goddamn wrestling.
Come on. It's okay.
Man.
It's okay.
I didn't even want to be addicted to this shit, but I'm back.
I told you about following him.
Hey,
I know, bro.
I was proud of you for a long time, and then
listen.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I know, damn it, I know.
I will acknowledge me.
Now I'm not acknowledging you.
God damn.
Well, let's see.
I'm proud of you, Rich.
What I do?
You managed to get somebody to follow you every week.
A little bit. It's a gift and a curse.
All right, Miss Sheila, I guess that leaves you. What have you been up to since the last time we were in these podcast streets? You look like you've been a little bit busy.
Yeah, I have been busy. Leo in August has been busy. Yes, Leo in August yet received another award.
Throw the claps up.
I just thought I'd bring it and share it with you.
Right.
And this was the one from Canada.
Okay.
Just trying to make some things happen in Baltimore, and for that's about it. Just hanging out with the guys tonight.
Okay. Congratulations, my dear one.
So, Dre, how do you feel that Sheila, Auntie Sheila, be bringing other naked men in the house now?
They better be foul about some money. They better be foul about some money. That's all I know. Congrats, fam, on your boy. Thank you very much, Anthony. Oh no, that's Eric. So, but I guess that leaves it to me. So I had an eventful week. Last Monday, the GMC computer crashed, and then it died right before the show. And then after the show, I got to give it up to my boy. My boy E came through. We call him Huck. He's my computer tech, but he knows everything about computers. And he came through, grabbed the computer, got back to me the next day and said, "It's dead." I'm like, "It's that simple?" He's like, "Can't make it any more plainer than that." So I ended up having to run out and get a new computer. So on that same day when the computer went up, our boy Van's bike stopped working. His electric bike. His bike wouldn't charge, and we got a call from Miss Sheila that somebody had smashed the window out of her car. All within hours. No. Yeah, it was like all this happened within hours of each other. So right before the podcast, right before the podcast, we went over, fixed our window, came back, set up for the podcast. Computer died. After the computer died, we put up the computer we're using right now and then started using that. Luckily, we got contingencies. And then when Van was ready to go and leave, he couldn't get the battery to charge.
Well, I remember he was talking about having to take it back, but
yeah. So and but anyway,
you should know you're not gonna get a response out of me. Please, I learned.
I'm working on it.
No,
I learned from Sami Zayn.
I had a couple other things go on this week that were more positive. I got the new computer. It's amazing. It's working fast. And we're 2011 Windows compatible. Windows 11 compatible. So we're ahead of the curve on that.
You still don't want a Mac?
No, I don't want a Mac.
I'm glad you said Windows 11 because 2011 is gone.
Yeah. And today I got up at 4 this morning and did a sunrise shoot with the lovely Miss Alicia Pierre. So give a shout out to Alicia. Let's see. This weekend we'll go into Flowers and Powder for this weekend. Besides the event that I attended with Sheila, everything that was amazing. It was a little quirky, but it was black people, and so it's just like a black wedding, never starts on time.
But you expect more.
We expect much more, but we
I
didn't
apologize to. I was going through some things. They know what I'm talking to. Go ahead.
Grizz, you got it.
So that's been my week in a nutshell. I had a pretty eventful week. I couldn't say it was a great week, but we managed to get through all the trials and tribulations. We still here for another day. We open our eyes so that we can see. And
ain't God good?
Yep, all the time.
Good.
So it's time.
Okay.
We're running through it tonight. This is going
to be quick. Do the icebreaker, or we do that afterwards?
Yeah.
All right.
Flowers or powder for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Flowers and Powder. And if you're new to the show, if you don't know what Flowers and Powder is, if you have no idea what we're talking about, I'm going to tap the man to my right, Mr. Richie Rich, the Slut Gang CEO, so he can tell you what Flowers and Powders is all about.
And go. No, I got to say Flowers and powder is if you had somebody recently this week or in your life that did something very amazing or something that made you smile, and you give them flowers. If you had that one person who cut you off in traffic or just was like, "Oh no, my girlfriend can't get no dick because I ain't getting no dick," You getting some powder. Okay? That's what I got. Right?
So that's basically how it goes.
Like,
Not really, but okay.
what I got.
So, does anybody want to church finger their way into the first flower or powder? No? Ah, there's the church finger. Let's take it to the Grizz.
All right. So once again, even though it's been a hot topic on social media, I still want to give powder out to all the people that feel like what happened to rest in peace Miss Sonia Massey was justified or any of that type of thing. So if you feel that way, I'm giving you all kinds of powder today because of anything. There was a human life attached to that, and we need to not forget that that was a human being that lost her life. Not something for clickbait.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
So,
Anyone else want to join? Well, I'll go. Shoot, y'all taking too long. So I want to give power to, well, first let's say hey to Shauna. Hey, Shauna.
so
Hey,
Shauna.
and guests, hope everything and everyone is doing wonderful. Guys, y'all gotta chalk it up today.
Hey.
I've been up since 4 this morning, so I'm dragging a little bit. I'm sorry. So my eyes are reading.
Man, that's no excuse. I don't want to ever hear you butcher the beautiful Shauna's name again.
She ain't got no check in the mail for you, yo.
Oh yeah, that's right. I ain't getting paid for this.
Bitch, please.
Okay, now. So anyway, I would like to give some powder to the model who shall remain nameless.
Hey.
Who came at me about 2 months ago to book a session. Then about a month and a half ago, we got everything together. Then a month ago, we confirmed. Then 2 weeks ago, we reconfirmed. Then Sunday, I'm sitting here with my rabbit ass waiting for a model who didn't show up. And the excuse was not worth the even repeating because it didn't make sense. Because if you don't have a car, you know that before the day of the shoot.
Right.
So, you just don't show up and I have to call you to find out what's going on.
Exactly.
And I'm like, what's going on? I mean, this is so unacceptable. I mean, that's a waste of time. I mean, I did get to spend some lovely quality time with Sheila because I went home and just went, and chilled for the rest of the day. But the whole idea is that someone else could have used that valuable time on the weekend to shoot. And, the studio during the weekend is a busy time. Mm-hmm. So to take time out for a whole model shoot and they not show up, I mean, I'm just.
Yeah.
That was whack. Yeah. That's whack as hell.
So
you wasted time.
For flowers, I would definitely like to give flowers out to the lovely Miss Sheila Brown for all the wonderful work she's doing with Bars Productions, how she's been plugging along and doing what she does, the way she does to bring some more interest and light to our entertainment community here in another flower I would like to give out, and that is going to be to my boy Kenny Contract. He owns Now or Never Studios, and I mean he's working with Alvin Gray, the local movie producer, on their new movie. They're working on a movie about Puffy.
Right.
So I met the guy that's playing Puffy. And I met, some of the other cast and some of the crew, and I also heard some of the soundtrack. Kenny is killing the soundtrack. They're not using bad boy music. It's all new, original music, but it's based on that kind of, energy is going on then. And he's killing it. He's crushing it. And it's going to be a really good show. They're premiering 29th of August. As far as I know, that date's not going to change anytime soon. So let's give them some flowers for that. And the last thing we give flowers for is the Dunk sportswear apparel.
Right.
I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. They are not a sponsor of the Grown Man Clique, but the whole idea is I had a business meeting with the guy Steve, and he's looking to branch out and do some more creative marketing. So hopefully we can partner up and do some things with Mass Creations and Bosch Productions to help put some more branding on his products. But a big shout out to Steve and Dunkware. He is a Black-owned business with a trademark, and he also has an NIL deal as well. So give it up to him. Dunkware, right here from Baltimore. So that's my flowers and powder. Anybody else?
I guess I'll go real quick.
Okay.
A little simple. I'm giving flowers to everyone who believed and no allows. Okay?
I knew he was going to win.
No allows. Now, I don't
we
know if
also
y'all
got to
remember.
welcome Jay Nicole to the podcast. What's up?
What's up?
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
But y'all remember Noah Lyles made the comment about the NBA being world champions
Yeah.
and not facing the world, and they was giving him flack. So he showed up. He popped out and showed on niggas, didn't he?
Yeah.
He let them know what it is.
I think he double jointed or something because that shit came out quick as shit. Bow, one.
That motherfucker look like he been diving in pussy his whole life. God damn. Also,
Let's
I
get
want.
him
I think I should do something a little bit different for my powder, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm going to open up the gates to y'all, right? And I'm gonna take myself to powder court, okay?
Okay.
So tell me if I deserve powder, right?
Yes, you do.
All right, cool. I'm gonna make it quick. I have a client who has a wedding coming up and asked me to be the wedding photographer. And I told her yes. She sent a deposit and then she sent the full payment. I got a friend who's having a wedding. And I was like, of course I got you. Don't worry about it. And I just found out.
It's the same,
Same day.
It's the exact same day.
God damn.
Woo!
I was right.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew the minute he said it.
I deserve it.
Same day.
But wait a minute. Did your friend give you a deposit?
No.
Then you go with the money.
Oh, I already know that. I know where I'm going. This is just a phone call I got to make. It's a phone call I got to make.
It's going to be an uncomfortable phone call. But if they're a friend, guess what?
They get it.
Correctly, it's like money come first.
Yeah.
Friends will understand that.
Just like
I'm gonna figure it out.
I had to cancel a shoot with a model, and it was a couple weeks in advance because I actually booked a paid gig, and the model was like, "Yeah, you gotta go with the money. Taking pictures of me ain't gonna keep the doors open." And I was like, "All right, thanks for your consideration." And she was like, "Can we reschedule?" And guess what? I shot her today. Because when you have that nice mentality and you understand the business comes first, then things will work out. Yeah. So, and also a slew of quality photographers that may be able to get you out of that situation if they want to go with one of them.
And there are also genuine, real people who actually will still stand on business and understand when you stand on business.
Yeah, right.
I ain't worried about the understanding part. I was just, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just know what I gotta do. But do that deserve powder though?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'm had to get that powder, bro. You double book yourself, man.
Wedding first.
My client.
Oh well, then no, it doesn't deserve powder.
Oh, so they ain't three at the same time? Oh, it's like two. Oh, no.
No, the client who paid him talked to him first.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
First come, first serve.
Right.
That's the rule of every business.
That's what I say in every threesome.
Yeah.
Every threesome?
Yes, the first come, first serve.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been powder either way because business first. Right?
That's why I opened it up. I just wanted her to know.
No, you just got excited when your friend asked you, so you just, you really didn't think about the other one. So no, that's not a powder situation.
I don't like the word excited. That kind of sound crazy.
It might be a little. It might be a little dusty, but it ain't powder.
A little dusty.
Might be a little dusty, but not powder.
Yeah.
But that sort of leads us into our conversation. But did we have a hot topic tonight? either one of y'all have a hot topic?
No, not. I don't have a hot type. I got a nice little icebreaker though.
Okay.
I was curious because what's the day? August the 4th? Fifth. And we are more than half of the year.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to know, like, from the panel here, what is one thing that you learned that you did not know this year? Just one thing.
I don't think there's anything that I've learned that I didn't know.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I knew that were confirmed. Every time I depend on people outside of the people that I know I can depend on, shit ended up going left.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I learned that honestly, I did learn something this year. Everybody can't be your friend.
Hey,
There we go.
Say that again. Oh.
Everybody can't be your friend, but you also don't have to listen.
I feel like we missed a Shannon Sharp moment. Say it again, Grace.
Everybody can't be your friend, but sometimes you got to tell them to go with God.
Oh my God, that's deep. I ain't hating on Shannon. I just a little groupie-ish a little bit sometimes, but all right.
Hey man, the groupie shit is getting him over.
Hey, I listen to him when I'm on my route, so I get it. But it's like, God damn.
But he talks to you who comes to the show. I mean,
Yeah, it's nothing bad.
nah.
I don't mean it in a negative light. It's just like you can just see sometimes, but like, all right, get out the nigga dick a little bit. It's like this.
Oh, you must be talking about that LL interview.
I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's exactly
No, it was
what
a good
it
interview.
Sheila, you love LL. If you could marry anybody other than me, it would have been LL.
Dead ass. When
that's true,
I walked
but-
in, her eyes was twinkling. I was like, oh, it's LL on the screen.
You can't even be mad at anybody looking at LL like that at this point, man. You can't even be mad. It's just, come on now. You can't even be mad. Bro.
Calm down, Grace. Calm down.
You can't even be mad. If you mad about that, then you just a sucker.
Yeah, but I learned that, what LL said in his interview, that's all you need is self-confirmation. That's it. That's all you need.
Sure.
That's it.
That was a very valid and poignant point he made. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are always looking for the outside accolades and what people will say to them to build up their confidence, when the only thing, like, I learned a long time ago, and when I was working in the music business, you have to be happy with what you put out and nobody else. Because if it's a labor of love for you and you're doing what you like, it doesn't make a difference what other people don't like it. It makes a difference to whether or not you were committed to your true project and to your true self when you were doing it.
I agree with that.
Right.
And we actually have dogs wrestling on the roof right above the podcast tonight for some unknown reason.
I just thought it was a big vicious.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it, man. I didn't hear it.
Sound like elephants tap dancing on the roof. Boom, 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 boom.
What about you, Jay? You learned anything that you didn't know this year? Nicole?
Sorry, I dropped my phone in the bag.
That's your
Listen, Richard.
It wasn't talking bad about you. You look nice today, dude. I want to let you know.
You can't even see me. Hush your face.
Wow.
So the one thing I've learned, maybe two things I've learned, when people show you their true colors and who they are, believe it.
Yep.
Stop trying to make excuses for them and stop trying to help people.
Right.
I don't know everything, but I know what I know. When I'm telling you something, don't think I'm telling you because I'm just talking and talking. So it is what it is. You just have to find out the hard way. Can't help everybody.
Oh, wow. Gang, gang. What about you, Jay?
I'm trying. I've been thinking since you said it. It's hard because I mean, like this. I mean, this year has been. I mean, it's been a cool year for me so far. Nothing really tilted the meter one way or the other, and I'm just thinking if there's anything that I missed. But be your business.
Mm.
I think that's one thing that I learned because if you're going to say that you're running a business and if you're going to say that you're in charge of anything, you cannot not act like you're in charge of it. You have to take ownership of every aspect of it and not allow other people to influence your yes or no value if they're not bringing money to the table, commitment and responsibility. And you can't let people make you feel bad for doing business the right way. Because I was doing business based on friendship and loyalty.
Right.
And that sometimes isn't the best way to go. It's got to be across the board. If you know, I love these guys, but when it comes to the business, I always stand on our business, and I always make sure that business is handled the same way every time, without fail, no exception. And when people don't like that, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem because I'm going to do it the way that I know that represents my brand and what I stand for. And if you can't do that, then you can't be a part of it. And there have been people who I've said goodbye to because of it.
Goodbye, my friend.
So
On this business.
be your business and don't let people take you out of your energy that's going to make your business fail.
Take me out my element. I love that.
Cool.
I love that. For me personally, it was like lesser than that, right? I learned that some people don't fucking listen unless you have a mic or a stage in front of you or a platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna give an example real quick, right? Like I had a fictional conversation, right? So this didn't happen. I'm just giving an example.
Fictional?
Yeah. I told somebody that my favorite color is green, and green is dope as fuck, and this is why. And they looked me in my eyes and said, your color sucks. And I said, okay. Then they go and came back to me and said, I went and the sermon was about why green was so great. And I was sitting there like, huh. Okay. Like, I get it. I mean, well, I'm glad you got the message at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, I don't know, I'm about to create a cult or something. Like I'm gonna do something. God damn.
If I can I tell a story time to that one real quick?
Right. Soapbox believers. Yeah.
Can I tell a story time to that one real quick?
Story time. All right,
Yeah,
let's do story time.
So this happened actually a couple of years ago, where sometimes I try to flush out the liars, the people that are liars around me. And one day I was at my job in the break room, and I had told people in the break room that I went to this restaurant called Logs, just to kind of see, like a barbecue restaurant called Logs. And I'm talking to like 5 people. 3 of them said that they went there over the weekend, and it was like some of the best barbecue they ever had. And I never said anything because the damn restaurant don't exist. But see who's gonna lie about this shit. And the other 2 people said I never heard of it because it's not there. But I know who the liars are now, though.
Wow,
that's funny as hell. Yeah.
I wish I was making that shit up, but it actually happened. They looked me right in my face.
Did you have the chitlin crusted?
They asking me, did I have? Like, man, did you hear that dessert, man? I'm like, that dessert was fire.
That is crazy.
I
Straight
had
lie.
the chitlin covered oxtails. It was amazing.
Hey, Grizz, but it could be they probably really wasn't listening, right? They just wanted to be a part of some shit. They just want to be a part of some shit.
The water cooler,
Yeah.
the water cooler liar.
Hell yeah.
It's just straight lied. Like, and then they start talking to each other about, did you have them?
I literally did that shit the other day. I was on the phone and they was like, "Yeah, I get my eyelashes done by Kiara." I'm like, "You know Kiara?" Like, "Yeah, she been doing my eyelashes for years." I was like, "That's crazy. I don't even know who the fuck that is."
It's too easy. It's too easy. Like,
God damn.
Well, let's head on over to the topic because this sort of ties into it in a way. Actually, I think this was a Van topic. He actually came up with it basically, but worth it gaslighting. And what I meant by that title is that people who make you feel guilty or try to gaslight you into your pricing structure because they don't want to get your services or whatever you're doing for the price that you've told them that your service is. And what's the number one thing that they always say? Well, I know such and so can what? Do it for less.
Just have them go do it.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, it's
gonna
just
be the
like
best.
the scene from Everybody Hates Chris. You can get them fast and cheap, but they won't be good. You could get them good and fast, but they ain't going to be cheap. Or you could get them fast and good, and then they're really not going to be cheap. But you can't have it all anyway, all just that way. You can't have it fast and good.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna get all three.
You can't have it fast and cheap.
You are not gonna get all three.
But you want it fast, good, and cheap, you ain't getting it. But I mean, anybody got a situation where you felt the fires of the gaslighting and where it was something where you felt like they don't even understand that the process that it takes to do what I do, and they're trying to
Yes, yes, and yes.
go in, Jay.
In this whole butter venture, when I first started, I was like, I'm not going to charge that much. It's like $8. As you know, if right now the cost is $20 because I was like, wait a minute, the math wasn't mathing, so I had to make the math math. I was like, because I'm not going to be doing this just out of the kindness of my heart and just because I felt like there has to be a profit on this. Excuse me. So when the prices started to gradually go up, I'm being looked at like, well, why does it cost so much? I'm not buying this in bulk from somebody and putting it in a jar. No, I'm taking time out of my day to go to the store to find these fragrances. I'm going to the store to purchase all of these ingredients to get all of the jars and supplies that I need to do this. And then I stand in my kitchen and make these by hand. Oh, I'm definitely getting paid for the product and my time. And this is not like to the horn, but it's some good stuff. But like, why would you think that I would charge pennies on a dollar for something like that when you can go to Bath and Body Works or whatever other company that's mass produced by something? You can pay them $20 for some lotion that's just going to smell good. Because to me personally, I don't feel like it moisturizes. It doesn't do anything for you besides make you smell good. So why is my product any different from theirs? Just because they're widely known or what? But it's okay if that's what you want to do. Nothing against you, but we're gonna go and keep doing what we want to do. If you want to come get some, by all means, yes, I appreciate it. If not, okay, again, okay, no problem, no problem at all.
It's like when you hear people talk about I want to get my deck built. Okay, it'll cost you $2,500. $2,500 wood don't cost that much, right? But
then you go
you
get the
have
wood
the
and you
wood
go get it
here,
yourself.
No niggas with ED.
and if you lay the wood down, is it going to stay there by itself? You need nails, and
Mm-hmm.
also you need a permit to
Mhm.
build the deck. Are you going to stand in line down in Baltimore City and get the permit?
And is the wood treated?
Is the wood treated?
And do you know what you're doing?
Yep.
And this and that and that and this and all of that.
Yeah, I can do all of that. And
Cool.
For you to
and
do
you're
Go
it,
with
gonna
God.
it's
Have fun.
and you're gonna take the time out of your work schedule to do all of this, but you need to pay for it. So how are you gonna miss work to build your deck and pay for all of these supplies?
Right.
I'll figure it out. Okay, well then
Alright.
go ahead. Or you could just hire me and I'll do all of that for you. That's why it costs that much.
People don't believe in
because you're
labor.
paying for the convenience.
What they fail to realize, they're not paying the cost. They're paying for the work that you do.
Yeah.
People
You're
cheat.
going above and beyond. You know,
Nah,
I want that hookup all the
cut
time.
all of that. People cheat, man.
they're cheap as
Just like,
shit.
just like Jay said, folks will go to these malls and make all of these damn brands that they value richer,
Right.
but when it comes to supporting their own, they ain't gonna do it.
I put it like this, right? Because I think about this all the time. I had a whole conversation years ago. Like I had a homegirl who was talking about like, why is this shirt so high? It wasn't even my product, right? I just thought about it like, oh well, they making a shirt, they picking the fabrics, they doing all that, they gotta go through this, that, and the third. And she was like, that's not my problem. I was like, all right, so let's put it like this way. Like this is back when I want to say Ralph Lauren was really, really popping.
Oh,
You feel me? So you paying like $35 for a shirt. Now I said, imagine if Ralph Lauren,
which was a lot back then.
could be, right? But if Ralph Lauren was a small business and he was still making that quality shirt that you love so much, when
$150.
it would be $150 because he's doing it all himself. So the more clientele and how big he get, he can sell the shirt at $35. You feel me?
Right.
These people aren't there yet. So they got to get their money back just so they won't be in the black. You feel me? Or the red. My bad. The red. Damn. The red.
Yeah,
Red.
there's a fly on set tonight and he could die.
No.
Just a few of them.
Don't knock it out though. Hold up. That is a living being.
There's a-
Kill him.
Come on, MAGA.
Wow.
Murder.
That was in your cup now.
I mean, alcohol kills most germs.
Honestly, like you tell these. First of all, people don't understand how much time you put into the stuff that you do when you're making your craft, when you're in your craft. Like not even just with me with the cookies and cakes and stuff. Like when I'm making my shoes and my shirts and stuff, and I find it crazy when somebody comes up to me and they ask me how much one of my shirts costs, and I tell them how much the shirt costs, and I'm literally watching them with a $70 to $80 shirt on their back, telling me that my shirt costs too much, and I'm just sitting there, and then my shirt about what, $40? You know what I mean? And it's like, or I've had people tell me, $7 for a box of cookies, man, that's a lot. Oh, okay, well, you're not really paying just for the cookies, you paying for the 3 days that I stayed home. Thank you, Jay. You staying for the days.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
When you said it was $7, I was like, that's it.
Right. You know how many
Something
people
like that. I'm thinking like 15. Like, oh, 7 not bad, but I'm gonna go and keep buying them. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But you know how many
Dre,
people
I love your cookies.
mad at me about that though? They got pissed at me about because it was $5, and I've had people actually tell me $5 was too much.
But you'll go to Great Cookie and spend more than that on some cookies that's
But then they'll say
that.
that's the Great Cookie though. Then take your ass to Great Cookie though. There you go.
Right.
All you're paying is for the name and the bad ingredients they use because they probably don't use top ingredients.
Exactly. I mean, at this point now, I don't know. Well, I haven't said it, but I'm gonna say it right now. I have started making my own butter, so I don't even use butter from the store anymore. I make my own butter.
Are you using J butter to make them cookies?
Huh?
You using J butter to make them cookies? That is not safe. That is not safe.
Let's give a big shout out to Realistics Pod,
Realistic.
Realistic Vibes podcast.
But you know what,
What's up, girl?
Richard?
How you doing tonight?
I love you.
We're talking about
No.
gaslighting for the price.
But what I'm saying is, Richard, smart ass, you can.
Ooh.
I use no chemicals in my butter. It is all oils that are good for your body, inside and out. You can literally use it. From
So we can put it on a baby?
If that's what you choose to do.
But order me some.
If it has the fragrance in it, I would advise not to. But if it's just the oils, yes, all of the oils I use is stuff that people cook with.
You should change the name to Butter Me J.
So what?
Butter Me J.
Shut up.
I think that's fire. I can see the commercial now. Butter Me J.
No, it'll be that's just as ignorant as a commercial about anything.
That's just wrong, damn it.
That sound like that billboard that was on North Avenue for M-Face talking about something go from a butter face to a better face. I was like, wow, this is real. This is real.
That's fucked up.
It was right there at the bridge at 28th at North and Howard. I had to spin the block to go back. Like, did I read that correctly? I did. Okay, go from a butter face to a better face. All right.
But even breaking that back down to photography, like just as a ballpark, how much did you pay for your camera? Ballpark, just ballpark.
2,700.
Right. Now that's just the first tool that you need.
I was about to say
That's just the first tool you need.
I was about to say, as far as this topic, and what we do, we live
Right.
in the audacity every day.
Right.
Because I have a very long list of people who I do not work with specifically because these are people who have represented to me over the last 10 years that they deserve to be paid, but I don't. Which
Yeah.
you know, I hear the converse all the time, and I support them. But if you can't do the opposite and support me and we support each other, yeah, I don't need to work with you at all.
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't understand. And I go back to that. Like, what's your ballpark, Jay? Because I know you do 2 of each. You feel me? Like,
Well, my movie cameras,
or just like period, just
movie cameras were
let's go
over $3,000. So
right,
about
there we go. Now,
and then for my photography cameras, I'm sitting around 7,000 with lenses. I'm talking about everything.
right.
Body, 2 bodies, 2 lenses, more than 2 lenses, but just
listen, we can't even they're not even going to comprehend lenses because they think it's all one.
They think that it's all one thing.
They think it's all one.
But
thing.
when you go buy a camera, you do not get a lens unless you buy a lens kit with the camera, and then you're not getting that camera for $2,700.
Should be
right.
That's a body, and if you get a battery and a charger.
So let's say altogether, ballpark. Let's say safely we gonna say 8,000 just for the first tool that we need,
right?
To actually call ourselves photographers, right?
Right.
Or videographers. Then you need the software.
Right.
Yeah.
You need software, and you pay that monthly. And ballpark, what would y'all say?
$40. Well, no,
I'm talking about like a year, like
over 700.
700. So you add that to that
because it's
to that
about
bill.
it's just
So
about 760.
we like 7. We had 700. We had 70. I can't talk right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
One application.
That's one application.
I have multiple.
Let's keep it basic though. Let's keep it basic so they understand.
Right.
Then hours.
Oh yeah.
Not actually booking it, but
and not actually shooting it.
Yeah, you might be there 3-4 hours shooting a client, right?
Right.
Then you go home and you sitting at it
and
about another,
and you're doing 3, 4, 5, or 10 times that amount of time.
Bet.
On the back end.
Why shouldn't you be compensated in your price from the hours that you put in plus the wear and tear that we're putting on our equipment? So you coming to me for a little $60, like, and then asking, oh, well, can you take the blemishes away or make my jelly roll go away? Like, no, the gym can, but I can't. like you asking me
Right.
to do things, and you're giving me 60 fucking suck my dick. Like, and that's not even worth it.
I'm sorry,
Unless,
but I'm gonna tell you this much.
Shout out to the eaters.
Shout out to the eaters. Like, nah,
But I'm telling
joking.
you this much, just straight off the top, raise your prices. Period.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, that's part of being your business, because another thing for me is that people won't take you serious if you don't say enough.
Right.
Did you see that one meme that was on there where the guy sat down and he was like, so how much you, 700, and you going to edit it, and you going, yo, Keith, he said 700 for everything. We paid that other guy 2,700. We had 3,000 in the budget this time, and he only won 700. You got the job.
Ooh, I missed that part though.
No, I saw that. That was a couple.
No. What he just said though.
I saw that a couple weeks ago.
No, I didn't see the video, but what he just said though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said what you just said. You charged the other guy 2,700 for what?
He said he paid the other guy 2,700. Their budget was 3,000.
The budget.
This guy is going to do it for 700.
The money that you kick out to make sure they're good. So you're not even doing just like regular work.
No.
You feel me? Like the money that we kicking out. Like sometimes we buying props for you. We getting shit done for you. Like it's a lot of other shit. Like it's just weird. It's weird behavior, yo. Like people gonna stop calling me. I know. Gonna stop calling me. I know.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Don't have them call you, and you're going to find clients. You never know what you're worth until you ask for it and get it. And the whole idea is that I used to undercut myself so bad and couldn't figure out why. And then a very good photographer told me once, and that's all I needed to hear: you being cheap on yourself. You're not being cheap to your clients. You're being cheap on yourself.
Right.
And just like Grizz, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I think your cookies should be $10 a box. And every time you make them, I will pay $10 point blank.
I get it. Just the way you said it.
Those are some
I'm waiting for my oatmeal.
And if they can't pay $10, then why do they deserve to eat your cookies?
And I think that sometimes they don't really understand. Like it ain't even just about, they just think butter and they think about butter and flour and shit like that. They don't understand pan. I gotta buy pans. I gotta buy mixers. If my mixer goes up, I gotta handle that. How many hours that it takes me to get stuff done? It takes 15 minutes, 17 minutes for each pan of cookies to come out. I can only put 2 pans of cookies in the oven at a time. So just imagine if I make 100 boxes of cookies, and usually for 100 boxes of cookies, that might be maybe 1,000, maybe 1,200. You know what I mean? So 3 days worth of work, $1,200 is definitely a passion for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm damn sure not trying to get rich off of it. Because if that was the damn case, then this ain't working.
But check this out, Grizz. Just do the math. If we were to charge $3 more,
right? Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is honestly,
I'm still gonna buy them.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's Miss Grizz been she been pressuring me. She probably hear y'all right now. So she bought the stuff. Plus, she probably great screaming in the room. You better do it. So,
and just like lately, Sheila has been telling me that like constantly, your work is so much better from where you started. You have gotten to be such a high quality photographer. Your work, you should be charging. I'm like, Sheila, I am.
Yeah.
But what a lot of creators and photographers do is you worry about somebody's pocket and you try to keep things reasonable when, again, you should keep it You keep your price. Your price is your price.
Right, and that's where I've been for the last few years.
Yeah, because with that example you made, oh, he's cheaper, but the other guy gave him $2,700. I mean, hey, his price was his price, but because you said something lower, they're going to take it. But something lower is not always good.
Well, the whole idea is you never go into negotiations telling your price. You ask them what is their budget.
Right.
And another thing, and I've been trying to get this over and over again to photographers doing weddings. If they're paying $5,000 for a dress, if they're paying $30,000 for a rental hall, if they're giving the church a love token of $1,200, if they're paying $150 for each tux, if they're renting a limo, if they're getting dressed in a hotel,
what is the
why are you asking for $500?
Right.
You worried about what you've already spent, like this.
I'm sorry, my wedding started $2,500, and it's no way you're going to get me to do a wedding for under that, because you're taking a whole day of my time and a week off of my calendar to edit, get your pictures ready, get your videos ready. You're taking a week of my time. Yeah, so it's no way that I'm not going to charge you what is the proper amount for that wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tell people I no longer negotiate price. I only discuss quality.
Yep.
That's it. I no longer negotiate price. I discuss quality. What does it mean to you to have a quality ingredient or just something regular? Now, if you want something regular, the prices over there, but my prices are going to be my prices.
I get you some Nutter Butters and put them in a bag and make it say Grizzly Butters.
I can make up regular.
Photography is crazy.
I'm sorry, Grizz, because everybody in this room, and Grizz knows, I can burn, I can cook. I will cook the hell out of anything you put in front of me, but I ain't baking shit. Baking is fucking chemistry. I don't care what you say. Baking is chemistry, and that I passed chemistry in high school, but guess what? I ain't had to make no damn cookies.
Yeah, you should bake some cookies so we can put them right here on this table right there. So it's promotion for you, bro.
I can do that.
It would be an empty box before the
No. You gotta start with the cookies there. But as we doing the show, we all eat Grizz cookies.
And by the time we get the flowers and powder,
you know what? Hey, JB,
I'm ignoring him.
How the hell is it that Rich can even make just baked goods sound horrible?
Because y'all listening to him. You are actually paying attention to him like he's that client with nothing good to say.
That's a good idea, man.
But you know what? Even with the insanity of what he did, what the hell he talking about, it's actually not a bad idea, though. It really is. It's just, so what would happen is if on them days I can make it to the studio, I bring them with me.
Right.
That way,
Well, you still owe us a LIP.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Live in person.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm usually good with that. I thought you said a lip. Like what lip? What the hell? Is a fat smack me in the lip or something?
Sound like a
setup. You mad at me, bro?
That was no setup. That was live in person.
But no, I honestly, that's true.
Yeah, all I thought about was
What? That's an actual industry terminology.
I ain't in that industry.
So is Kiss.
Yeah, keep it short, stupid.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
I thought it was keep it short, stupid.
I mean, simple, short, they are the same shit.
Well, the whole idea, you know what it was. When I first heard that analogy, it was in church. It was a joke. The minister told that his wife sent him a letter, and that at the beginning of every service, he'd read it, and it was a kiss. And he thought his wife was sending him a kiss, a love token. And she said, "I ain't sending you no kiss. That's an analogy for keep it short, stupid."
She wanted to go home to her side nigga.
Wow.
She woke up choosing violence.
God damn.
So that's the first time I heard that little.
I got them
What
little
is it
waist
called?
kicking in. You see them arms?
What is it called?
What?
When you take the first letters of a word, make a
Acronym.
acronym.
Yeah.
See, you know I'm tired. You know because I know acronym.
We started a commercial. Not a commercial. Our intro got an acronym in it.
The hell I got an acronym for last week that I did at the end of the show. What was it? Let me see. Shit, damn, I'm old now. See, that's another acronym. Old as hell. EWB. It's not illegal to EWB. Exist while black.
Yeah.
We should be able to walk down the street and be safe. So yes, not illegal.
Oh, by the way, I did have some videos. Hold on. We just been talking our asses off, but I wanted to play with a couple of them. I thought this one was pretty cool. This one right here.
Use as a warning sign.
Right. So
next comes gaslighting.
So I know when people start love bombing me, the end is near. And clients you have to know this with clients.
Yeah.
The end is near.
I hope everyone's thinking about their client list right now and thinking about oof. And maybe it's a slow
I'd rather
roll.
someone hand me a real bomb.
Maybe it's a real, like, or maybe it's like you start to slow roll in those boundaries, but don't wait on it, because what happens is we've given you this information, we've planted a seed in your brain, and so now every time it happens, you're going to see it, and what's going to happen is you're going to get more resentful and more angry
At us.
at us, yeah, and you're going to all of a sudden flip your shit on this person, and then it's going to be a bad Yelp review, and then you're going to get, and it's going to spiral.
I have been coming here for 25 years.
She owes me $50 in Starbucks. But start doing that slow roll now. Like, and I don't know what it looks like for you because I don't know your individual situation, but just start thinking about it and start being like, maybe you need to fire a client. Totally. Maybe you need to just start slowly setting a schedule boundary. Maybe you need to have a conversation of like, I need you to be on time because it's affecting my whole day, or I can't take you anymore.
Or maybe you say no to the coffee.
Yeah.
Which I know is heartbreaking. Trust
I'm not drinking coffee anymore. You can say that.
But you can say no, thank you. And what it does is it puts a boundary up that this isn't that. And I know that people are listening. They're going, I don't get why this is important, but it's because it's not important. It's not a problem yet.
Yeah.
You'll get it later, or you'll get it because you've had this experience. But trust me, when a client brings me coffee, I love it. And there are times where I'll accept it. And there are times when it's innocent.
Right. Because what they'll do is they'll start doing things for you, expecting compensation and price, or allowing them to be late. I mean, because we see it all the time. They'll be like, oh, I'm on my way. And then they'll go, oh, I need to stop at such and so. Do you need anything? No. You need a coffee, water, soda, juice? I got coffee, water, soda, and juice here. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
They made some valid points in that video, though.
Yeah. And you got to know when to cut them loose, because I had someone who I enjoyed working with a lot. But whenever paid work came up, it seemed like the paid work was going to other people.
Right.
But this is the ironic twist to it. I was getting them paid work.
Right.
That's crazy.
And then when it was time to pay the piper, all of a sudden the piper was playing a different flute across the street. And they went to them.
Knowing your worth, it goes both ways.
So somebody asked me to put them in another paid position to do something, and I said no. Can't happen.
You know what I was saying, thinking about watching that video though.
What?
I'm watching the video and I was like, it stuck out to me a little bit because I'm listening. They were saying a lot of valuable things, and I agree with the young man said, right? But I was wondering in my head, like when I get a fresh cut, black women always be like, "Oh, you look so nice and shit." Yo, white people's hair just look wet. It just looks wet. And I'm wondering if that's a thing where white girls be like, "Oh my God, girl, his hair was so soaked." Like, I was wondering, like, why do they shit look wet? Y'all ain't see that shit? Like, it just look drenched to me for some reason. Like,
You are a filmmaker, and sometimes you concentrate on the most innocuous shit. The last thing I was doing was looking at this guy. I
want to know why that shit was
his
wet.
hair was.
I just want to know why it was so wet. Yo. It just looked like he just.
Maybe it was hotter than lights. I don't know. You know, everybody don't have as much space between the lights and them as we do. You know, maybe that was just the hang up. But I mean, have you ever had a problem where you knew it was time to let a client go and just didn't know how to do it?
Yep.
I only let a client go when I don't get paid.
That's not always good because sometimes not getting paid enough is enough to let a client go. And sometimes not getting paid at all is a reason to let a client go.
That's when I ain't fucking with you no more.
But
if they pay what
but
I
like
asked,
they were saying, warning signs.
Yeah. I mean, when you put a $5 box of cookies on layaway, I let your ass go. Yeah. I had somebody do that shit.
And then offered to pay in nickels.
I mean, I feel like it might be different for Grizz, right? Because his service is different from ours, right?
Right.
He's a bakery, so like if somebody going to pay him, like if he could do a discount on his cookies right now, right? And somebody that he don't really rock with is like, oh, I'm gonna catch this deal. You still gonna make the sale, like,
yeah.
You got that right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the money. Yeah,
It's different if we do a discount. I'm like, oh, we got a Christmas shoot half off, and then somebody that you don't really like working with or don't want to pay your full price and shit, trying to jump on and shit, like, nah, nigga, this ain't for you. Yeah, it's a little different. I think as photographers or people who
service
do
providers.
Yeah, as far as content.
Content. Yeah, but honestly, there are people that I don't sell to no more. Number one, the thing about it is once you mess with the money, I will not sell you anything. I won't sell you one thing because my thing is you already showed me what my time, how valuable my time and my work is to you by not giving me the money that I deserve for the services that I provide. I put some time, like y'all do. I put hours in time. I stand on my feet for hours. Like y'all be on your feet for hours, like different angles and all of that. I've actually seen y'all in the studio. So that's a lot of damn work for somebody not pay you your money. And for me to have to stand up at a hot ass stove in the summertime, because it is summer.
I mean, sometimes we lay down.
So people don't think about that stuff. People don't think about the hard work that it takes. Like, because believe it or not, I don't use a lot of blenders. A lot of times I got a wooden spoon and I hand mix this stuff because I try to be as much of a purist as possible. You know what I mean? And so I put a lot of work into it because I want to put stuff out there for people that I myself would eat. And when that's not appreciated, when you don't pay me the money that I've asked for, I won't sell to you again.
If you mess with my money, I will look at you funny. Definitely.
Damn right.
You ain't lying.
So I have a case like dealing with actors. So this dates back to when I first started, really getting to know, how to direct and, do all that. So this one actor, shall not be named.
Why not? That's the fun.
It's a family trait. We don't name people.
No,
Bring
but
the mic
I mean,
stand closer to you so you're not leaning in. Pull it. There you go.
Okay. Shut up. Okay.
She's used to working at distance.
That's auntie.
So when I first met him, I had the audition. He was really good. As y'all say, it was fire. I mean, he was hungry. So anything that I gave him, I didn't really have to give him much direction. He did it. So he was a new father with kids. And he had a job. So he had a job. So he would come late at times to rehearsal, and I would allow it. I was like, okay, it's fine, because when he comes back, he knows his lines. He does everything that he needs to do. So I continued this for the longest time until we had a guest director. And I told him, you need to do what that director asked of you. It's not going to be a good situation. I can't help you in this. So what happened is he got the part and he lost the part because he was late. and he didn't listen to the director. So I was going to continue on with this person, but it took that situation to make me realize that I don't have to settle for anything.
Yeah. And sometimes, looking at it through some outside eyes paints the picture that you can't see yourself, and you are. And when people, say, "Hey, I don't accept this when I'm working with people because it messes up the chemistry of everything that we're doing with the whole cast." If they see somebody coming in with a Starbucks coffee and they got sunglasses on and they're 10, 15 minutes late, the 10 and 15 minutes late they are is because they went to get that Starbucks coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So that means your coffee was more important than being on time. And then they gaslight you like, I know my lines. You know that I'm going to know my marks. You know that I'm going to hit my spots. And it's like, yeah, but other people see you getting preferential treatment.
It's about the respect.
Right.
The craft and the people.
The craft and the people you're working with. Yeah.
On the other side of that, though, right? It's difficult in that space. And it's not like I'm condoning it. It's just you let this is what I see for that part. This is what it is. Like I got the vision of it, and then they do that, and you gotta let them go. And now you looking for somebody, and they don't even hit that flare that you see. So it's like you taking a big chance for your whole project just because of what another motherfucker is doing.
But they do it all the time in Hollywood.
Of it. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, and we also seen Hollywood projects that be like,
Yeah. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, he was gonna play that role. I'm glad he didn't.
Sometimes.
And in each and every situation, you as a director or you as a creative director, whatever, you have to make the decision as to
make that call,
whether keeping that person on is worth the final product or not. Because either way, on either side, you're taking a gamble. Because you don't know at that time. You see that person in that role, but you honestly don't know how that person is gonna end up in that role versus are you gonna end up having a mutiny on your freaking cast because they act like a diva and they really ain't.
For me, it worked out. It worked out on my first project because I wrote my script a certain way. Like it was two sisters who was one supposed to be light skinned and I was supposed to be dark skinned. And then the final project actually switched the color components because the person that I had set for it, I thought was killing it, but they wasn't showing up on time. They, oh yeah, I got chlamydia. Like that ain't none of my problems. None of my problems. But it was like, so I had to. And at the time, rest in peace to Kalitha. She told me, she was like, "Yo, let this bitch go." I was like, "All right, yo."
And you need somebody to tell you that sometimes. I mean, I had a whole shoot that I had to cancel day of because the actor didn't show up the day of the shoot.
Yeah.
And thought that I was wrong and let him go.
And the good sis Shara, who she said, took her role and wound up killing it. It's killing it. So it worked out in my favor, but I do see the other side of it. Like you're
walking the plank.
Yeah.
And you don't know whether it's sharks in the water or if you're going to catch a couple clams and have a good dinner.
Yeah.
So I mean, you do, and that's with any business. I mean, you go. Grizz could bake 150 boxes of cookies and go to an event, and it gets rained out, and now he's got 75 boxes of cookies that weren't sold because only half as many people attended because of the rain.
Grizz, let me ask you a question.
What's up,
Ms. Grizz? Because you made the comment about that she be on your ass about that too, right? When y'all be flying around, does she ever just pull over like, Grizz, is that my cookie sitting there on the curve?
Don't walk away from the light. Walk away from the light. Do not stop at the Don't do it.
Not today, Lord.
Don't
not
do
today,
it.
Lord. I'm not doing it. Not today, Lord. Not today. I rebuketh you. I rebuketh you, sir. I rebuketh thine in the name of Jesus. I rebuketh
How does that? God ain't through with me yet.
It might be.
Through with me yet. He talks to me. He talks to me.
Sound like you might be talking to Randy Orton's people, man.
You need Jesus.
Hilarious.
But so I mean, as we look at this, situation worth it, gaslighting. I mean, has there ever been a time where you accepted the gaslighting to get to your end goal?
Yep. I ultimately ended up regretting it. I mean, I've worked with some people that I since have learned not to accept that behavior simply because, everyone's got to get to the point where they know and accept their own worth and stand on it,
Right.
Regardless of the outcome. And I'm in a little bit of different situation than most of you because most of what I don't do for profit.
Right.
But the ground rules are the same. I mean, my time, and you spoke about the time earlier, is a lot of time invested, regardless. And the respect that I expect and the respect that I give everyone that I work with, I have a right to expect that in return. And when I don't get it, there have been times where I've accepted less of a respectful response than I should have, and I've since cut those people off.
Right.
I don't give a damn because you've got to set your own ground rules, and you've got to set your own boundaries, and you have to stand on.
Yeah, because I mean, I had a situation, and this is like what the guy in the video was saying, where you see the gaslighting and you know that they're doing the love bombs on you, but only with me, I was done.
Yeah.
So I actually Jedi mind tricked the person into canceling their session.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I already had somebody who wanted their session, so I was like totally mind fucking them so that they would end up canceling their session so that I could work with the person I knew that was going to be here on time, ready to work, great energy, and I wouldn't have to deal with lateness or no shows.
Right.
Because that you sometimes when you see those love bombs coming, you're such a great photographer. I can't wait to work with you. I mean, it's just some things going on, and I don't know ifs.
All you hear in the back of your head is
this is a roundabout cancel.
What's coming? What's coming? Because all of this is leading up to something, and I'm not gonna like what's coming up. So just come out with it. Tell me exactly what you want or what you need, and then we deal with it like that.
Or I do what I did. What I did was I said, I need to know if you're going to be here or not, because I definitely have clientele that I could put in that time slot with enough time to act on it. So if you're not going to be coming, please let me know.
Right.
I had a shoot recently with someone that was really dope, and it was a cover shoot. It was a cover shoot for their movie that's coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can actually say it.
Don't.
But she came to me. She was like, "All right, how much I owe?" I'm like, "All right, I'm about to send it to you." You feel me? Because it was business between me and her. Like everyone was around. They don't need to hear that. And I sent her a price, and she came to me when I was in the hallway. She was like, "Nigga, don't do that again. Fuck family. You a boss." I was like, "All right, nigga, I know." She was like, "No, Rich. You a boss. Like, look at your phone." And I looked at the phone. I was like, "Damn, that's how much I normally charge plus." And it spoke to me.
You don't know how much you're worth until you ask for it and get it. So don't sell yourself short.
Yeah. Right. I could say her name. Shout out to Shanetta.
So don't always accept the low blowjobs. Get the dollar bills.
No,
yeah, but sometimes blowjobs, like they do that. That's just like, oh my God, why is it so wet right here? Like,
Did I not clearly explain the circle of trust to you, Greg?
What? Wait a minute, because that was from Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Right? No, you got to run that again.
Did I not clearly explain the circle of trust to you, Greg?
Oh my God.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, sometimes you're right. It takes a certain person to tell you some shit sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like you be trying to look out for somebody. So I think most photographers, right, like general photographers, have this problem trying to like, yo, you my nigga, I know you, so I wanna look out for you. You feel me?
Right.
And then it'd be like, it's those niggas, it's those family members who come up to you. It's those your real friends who's like, nigga, you stupid. Is you stupid, really? Like, oh, that's cute. The fuck, you don't want them. Oh, that's cute messages and shit. Like,
sometimes you'll hear a message 7 different times, but it takes that one voice in that one space in that one situation, and then it'll click, and you'll be like, "Damn, I am stupid."
Also, with I got a skill that I learned from going. Was it BTB, business to business?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You sold shit before, right?
Huh?
You sold shit before, like nah? I thought you did. B2B. So I remember going to business, and I knew it was the biggest fraud ever. I was selling phones. So I don't give a fuck about this company, so I'm gonna talk about it real quick. What they would do, they would go to them, and we were selling T-Mobile's phones, and I'd be like, all right, so you gonna go in there. He was like, let me run your credit. We gonna sell it to you for $70. The phone is really $140, right? No, the phone is really $70, but we're gonna sell it to you for like $140.
Right.
And then if you got good credit, we'll break it down, and you're actually paying $70 for what I should have walked in and told you this how much the shit was cost. Right. So they call it upselling.
Yeah, right.
They call it upselling, right? And sometimes you should do that. You should do it. I'm like, oh, you're so nice. I'm gonna give you a discount. Like my shit really $4,000. Well, I'm gonna charge you 10. I'm gonna see what I can get. I'm just bullshitting.
Well, and sometimes, because being, minority owned businesses, we try to, and when we're working with corporate America, we take some of our misnomers about working with our own people into those situations. Because I had a firm project that someone had asked me to put a bid in for, and I put the bid in, and you know how when you tell certain people of color your price,
right,
and they go, okay, I'll get back to you,
right,
you ain't ever getting back to most of the time.
Right.
And I allowed that mentality to creep into my head. So I sent a quick email, hey, if that works, I can structure it like this, and this is how much you pay.
Hey, JB.
Yeah.
I know you usually don't say it, so I can do the JB translation. Ladies and gentlemen, he's talking about the niggas.
Yes.
He's talking about the niggas.
And then so then I still didn't get an email response, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, and if that doesn't work, I'm willing to go to this. This will be, enough so that I could earn your business.
That's interesting.
Over after an hour, I was sitting there and I was wondering, and my phone rang. No, my phone. I got a text, and the person who I sent the email to said, "Give me a few minutes. I need to call you when I'm out of the building." And I said, okay. So the person called me and he told me, Jerry, you got it. You got the contract and you got it at your original price. But this is corporate America. I can't tell you yes until I get 3 yeses behind my back. I got the person in charge, the person who running the project, and then my immediate supervisor, and then they tell me that I can tell you yes.
Yeah.
Your price is your price. Keep your price. Your price is fair. Your price is right in the ballpark where we want it to be. We were going to hire you, but cool your jets.
You feel like you was what's the word I'm looking for? Over anxious?
I was thinking they were black. and I might lose the business if I didn't haggle.
Gotcha.
But this was almost 8 years ago. Nowadays, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm giving you my price, and if you can't give my price, then it's not worth doing the job.
Damn right.
Have you ever put somebody on like a payment plan?
No.
I'm just curious because black people.
Well, this is the whole idea.
We like layaway.
Well, I don't do last minute weddings unless it's under extreme circumstances. Right. So I book my weddings at least a year in advance. So that they have, after they give me the down payment, they have until the day I walk into the church on the rehearsal night to pay me the balance in full.
Right.
So that's basically a payment plan. If they sent me the breakdown of how much they owed every month or every week until they got to the day before the wedding or the day of the rehearsal and it's paid, that's fine. You know, just like I don't care how people get me their monthly fees for using the studio.
Mm-hmm.
You could give me 25, 25, 25 and then give me the balance, or you could give me 100. You know, I don't want nobody knowing. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I got you.
But, you know, and if it's by the day of the first of the month, if it's paid, it's paid, no matter whether you paid in nickel, dimes, quarters, or pennies.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I try to tell people. It's like, I'm not going to beat you up about it, but, you know, that's what it is. You just got to have it in by that date. And as long as we have it in, we're good.
I asked that question because I'm doing this for the first time, right? For this little project that I'm shooting. I don't mean little, like to take away from it, but little project that I'm shooting that I did like 4 installments because they couldn't do it out front.
Right.
I did 4 installments. I was like, oh, I'll work with you. You feel me? And it seems
if it's something that I'm shooting, like a movie or something, they have to have it in by the first day of production.
The whole thing?
Yes.
See, I'm breaking it down for them. And
but I don't care how they get it to me. They can. It was usually when I book like productions, it's months or at least a few months in advance. It's not like the day that I signed the contract, we're shooting the next day.
Yeah. But I also got everything, so they don't get shit till that final payment. So
right,
I'm on record saying it. It won't get shit to that final payment.
Right. Everything in my hard drive, you can't do nothing until I get that money.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about your editor.
But that's,
you won't get shit.
How your product is on auto shelf.
It's Afterpay, baby. It's after rich.
So, well, I think we did a good job of covering this topic tonight. I really wish Van had been able to come in because maybe he would have shed a little bit more light on what the subject to burn for him.
I got you.
It was
definitely go.
But before we leave, I'm gonna bring the man, the myth, the legend up to the screen, and he can tell you what we're gonna be talking about on Wednesdays and where.
Well, every single Wednesday at 8:15 on Sophisticated Grizzly, we are located on Facebook. We're also located on X, and we're located on YouTube. So come check us out this Wednesday. And I have no damn clue what we're talking about, but y'all already know something going to piss me off, and then I'm going to make it a podcast. So that's how that works.
And Ms. J, you could tell them where they can get those amazing body butters from and how they can get them directly shipped to them.
Butter me, Jay.
Richard. You can find me on Instagram at j.amore. Again, that is on Instagram at j.amore. Website is still just, oh my gosh. I think I just want to just crash this one and start all over again. Feel free to inbox me, whatever you need. I can tell you what it is, and I can have it shipped directly to you, or depending on where you are located, I will hand deliver it to you.
Cool beans. J. Amore. All right, everybody. That's it for the Grown Man Clique podcast. And from me, my boy Scott T, and the Slut Gang CEO Richie Rich, and tonight's studio guest, Sheila Ann Brown. We like to thank you all.
Oh,
Jay on the screen, Riz on the screen, and to all of our people in the peanut gallery, from E to Red Lipstick to Shauna, Eric, Anthony, and all the people that joined in. Thank you so much. So, as we say at the end of every show, do good, do really good. But if you do bad, do really bad, so they know that you meant it. Peace.